Hi, this is Stephen from Hong Kong From Above. Now, I'm here with Johnny in the Taipo Market Station, and the protests that you know that have been going on for how long now?
Since last
9 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Started off with the extradition treaty, which, do you think that's finished with now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, absolutely not.
Why is that?
Because the government never really tried to communicate with our Hong Kong people.
Right.
They never really concern or talk about like more deeply about our five concerns that we want the government to answer to us.
Right. So, okay, because you remember back in 2004 there was a securities bill that went through, right?
Yeah.
And basically the same thing happened. They didn't really say it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
They just said
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
So what's the concern about this now? See, for me personally, I feel like it's more like the Beijing government and the Chinese government saving face in the sense that they can't really withdraw it because then they'll realize that they made a mistake. You know, this is the point of a carry land, right? But the best that she can do is just to say it's withdrawn, it's dead.
Yes,
right?
this is the word we're looking for, the withdrawal. And she never said it. Like she answered like 2 times,
Right.
but he never said anything about withdrawal.
Right.
So this is really we really worry about it because if the law can pass, it basically means Hong Kong is running the Chinese law.
Okay.
We are under the Chinese law, but.
Yeah. So tomorrow, 21st, you've got some sort of action plan. Where is that?
In the central.
And what's the theme of that tomorrow? What are the points? What's the reason for it? Should I say?
We are still fighting for our 5 concerns. The first one is to withdraw the law.
Right.
And then we want. I don't know exactly the word, but we want government to release the young people who they have captured before.
Right.
And then the third one would be I don't know the word in English. Sorry.
Okay. So you've got. Let's run through them again. Okay. So start again with it. What are the 5 principles?
Mm-hmm. The first one is withdraw
Yep.
the law, and then the second one is to release the young people.
Right. Yep.
The protester.
Yep.
And then the third one is Carrie Lam step down.
Right.
But then they changed the because now it's like 暴動.
What are you talking about? In what sense?
The government tried to make our name, our protest, peaceful protest.
Oh, riots.
The riots.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
the riots.
yes.
The riots.
They label it as a riot, not
Yes.
a peaceful protest.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would have to agree with that. That yes, there is a small group of the organisation that may be going to the extremes, but in all, it's not a riot. It's a protest.
And really, we don't have the evidence, or the police don't have the evidence. Who are those people who making those violent things?
Right.
Like some people. Just today, some people talked to me about it. He was in the very front. He saw a group of people come in and to make all the roadblock, and then they left. They didn't stay to fight the police.
Yeah.
They just make the roadblock and then left. So you never know because now the government could do anything
Right.
to make them look.
Okay. So here's a hard question to ask you, okay? Because I've been in Hong Kong a long time. I've been in Hong Kong 18 years. So I've always known that the Chinese government has had a long reach into Hong Kong, always.
Yeah.
Especially I know with, anyway. I'll get to the point of the question. Bottom line is what I'm thinking is that, do you think, okay, Hong Kong was supposed to have 50 years of independent rule. How does that make you feel at the end of 2047? What do you think could happen now?
Many things could happen because you see the law, if the law have passed, everything has already changed.
Yeah.
I'm still studying, and last semester I learned about the Hong Kong history. There's 3 things about Hong Kong government we are proud of, and we are different than the Chinese government because we have the independence law,
Right.
and then we have independence 行政.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then this is the 3 independent department, and because these 3 independent department, and they are really fighting each other. They're helping each other, and they're making each other is fair. But now this law and is really trying to blend them together, and that is make the Hong Kong different than the Chinese government.
Because would it be fair to say, I don't want to put words in your mouth, right? And I don't want to put words in what Hong Kong people feel. Because as far as I'm concerned, what Hong Kong wants is what they should get.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
I'm not talking about race divide or anything like that. If you want to go and be with China, go and be with China, right? If you want Chinese to rule, China government to come in and rule, okay, go on, so be it. That's Hong Kong's choice, right?
The other day I watched a video about Deng Xiaoping.
Yeah.
Deng Xiaoping have talked about the 50 years not change.
Right.
And he talked about it specifically. The short time is not changing. The short period, it won't be changed. The Hong Kong, it won't be changed. In a long period, it won't be changed either. And this is exactly the Chinese government have promised us that this is what he give us.
Do you think that's going to happen now?
I don't think so.
Yes, and that's why I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It's already changing.
And that's what I believe too. I think Hong Kong people have finally woken up and realized the promises that were given by the Chinese government are not going to be fulfilled.
The sad thing about our last generation in the 90s, people, they're really not concerning about the politics thing. And that's why we are now paying for their death.
Yeah.
And this is Hong Kong. We all have to come out and to tell the government we are not trying to be independent from China, but we're trying to get the things the China government already have
agreed. Yes.
Have agreed to give us. So.
Yeah, I think this is good. I think Hong Kong people have finally realized that there's so many things that you see, just little things all the time. I have a friend who admittedly did something wrong. It was illegal. He's an American, but he's lived in Hong Kong 40 years, okay? So Hong Kong is his life. His family is here. Everything is here. He has nobody in America, right? And he was just selling some things on the street, like a street hawker, right? And he got arrested, and he sort of felt like he was a bit unjustified, so he protested against it. It was ruled that he was guilty, and they gave him a $1,500 fine and I think 3 months imprisonment, okay? China government told the Hong Kong government to change it to Chinese law.
Wow.
And made him to change the sentence to a 12-month custodial sentence, which means he's at risk of losing his permanent residency status for good behavior, right?
Yeah.
And this is the sort of thing that really is concerning, right? It's like, if the Chinese government can step in and do this sort of thing even now, what is it going to be like in 2047, right?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm just saying it just seems really suspicious, right?
Yeah. And Deng Xiaoping have also talked about he was hoping the Hong Kong law, basic law, can help China develop a good community and good law environment. But now it seems like we are getting them pull us down back to like 20 years ago or I don't know how long ago.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hey, this has been really good. Okay, that's me. That's Stephen from Hong Kong and Bud. Keep looking out. I will try and post some other channel links and other things like that to keep you informed with this. See ya. Bye.
Bye.